Here we're going to tie a Barr Emerger. First thing we're going to do is start our thread. Next thing we're going to do is tie in our tails. For this we're just going to use a large clump of Hackle fibers. Here you don't necessarily have to worry about them being even, because we're going to go ahead and clip them once we have them tied in. Trim off those butts. Now we can go ahead and clip these tails. Want them to be roughly about as long as the half of the shank of the hook. There we go. I just inverted it like that to help you guys see it a little better. Let's see here, let's get you in focus. There we go. Next thing we're going to do is dub the body. For this one I'm going to be using a blue and olive color, so I'm going to be using some olive. Gotta be careful not to overdo it with the dubbing, just a thin layer, just enough to coat the thread. We just dub this body forward. Try to do it as evenly as possible with a slight taper going forward. Alright. Next thing we're going to do is I like to tie these in a flashback version, so we're going to tie in a piece of mylar flashback material. For this, I think this is a 20 or an 18, so I use medium flashback. And I wrap back up on the thorax there just a little bit. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to tie in the casing in the legs. For this I use a generous clump of plain Hackle fibers. I actually like to use a little bit of like wood duck or mallard or partridge, something that has a little bit of modeling to it. But they just have to be plain Hackle fibers. That's fine as well. So I tie those in with just the butts and the tips going backwards. Next thing we're going to do is we are going to dub the thorax here. For this we're going to use some gray Superfine dubbing. Same type of dubbing we used on the body, just a different color. We build up a little bit of a bulbous kind of body there. We take our Hackle fibers, bring them over the top, give it 2 wraps, and we take a section of these fibers and pull them to each side. These will be our legs. Once you've done that, you can take the flashback casing, pull it over the top, secure that down. Now we can whip finish. This will secure everything. Just like so. You can trim out that flashback. Now we can trim our legs. Want them just to be a hair longer than the thorax. And that is the Barr Emerger. Let me put it out on the hook a little different here so you can see the tail. all there is to it. Different angle there.